Every athlete dreams of greatness, the thrill of victory, the roar of the crowd, the sheer satisfaction of winning championships. But what if I told you that many athletes are living in a fantasy land? A place where the lies they tell themselves are the very things holding them back from their biggest dreams. I've worked with athletes of all abilities and of all ages as a mental performance coach. And it doesn't matter if you're an academy prodigy or a seasoned pro. It's very easy to fall into the trap of telling yourself lie after lie. So in this video, I'll share the 5 biggest lies that athletes tell themselves. Lies that can kill careers, stunt growth, and leave millions of athletes every year wondering why they never made it. So let's get started. So first up, I want you to meet Alex, a dedicated and hardworking athlete. Every day, Alex wakes up before the sun, trains relentlessly, and pushes himself to the limit. Alex believes that consistency is the key to success. He believes that if he keeps working hard every day, then it's just a matter of time before he sees the improvements that he's looking for. But despite his unwavering dedication, Alex finds himself stuck. His progress has plateaued, and despite months of training, he's not achieving the results that he hoped for. What went wrong? Well, Alex fell into the trap of lie 1. I just need to be consistent and I'll make it. Consistency is crucial, but it's not the whole story. Because as an athlete, you quickly adapt. Your fitness improves, your strength increases, training drills become easy. And if you consistently do the same workout, lift the same amount of weight, or stick to the same drills, you stop improving. Instead, athletes need to go all in on deliberate practice. This is a concept introduced by the psychologist Anders Ericsson, which explains that it's not just about the hours that you put in, but how you use those hours. Simply repeating the same routines won't lead to significant improvement. You need focused, goal-oriented practice that targets your weaknesses and also challenges you to grow. Alex's trap is an easy one to fall into. Consistency feels productive and gives us a sense of accomplishment. But without deliberate practice, consistency alone can just lead to stagnation. This lie is dangerous because it breeds complacency. Athletes might think they're doing enough just by showing up every day, but they miss out on the critical need for growth and adaptation. To truly succeed, athletes need to push beyond mere consistency. They must seek out immediate feedback, push beyond their comfort zone each week, and also continually refine their skills through reps under complete focus and concentration. It's just as much about quality as it is quantity. And so for lie 2, I want you to take a quick listen of this clip from the world-class footballer Mo Salah.
The work mentally is much more difficult than you work physically. I work in a gym almost every day, 1.5 hours, but it's so hard to keep working in your mental thing 15 minutes every day. It's so hard. Just you sit with yourself alone for 15 minutes before you sleep or when you wake up. You just visualize what you want to happen and you keep repeat it and repeat it and repeat it. Sometimes not working, sometimes it just works. So it's
Mo clearly knows the truth, but most other athletes instead tell themselves the lie that mental training is not that important. Most athletes kid themselves into thinking that their physical abilities are enough. This lie can have serious negative impacts on performance. Without a strong mental game, even the most physically gifted athletes can falter when it matters most. Just think of all the top pros that you know who play at a world-class level one game and then look like they've never even played their sport the next. They may have a toned body, but they have a flimsy, weak mentality. The truth is, mental training is vital for athletic success. Someone like Salah knows that even just 15 minutes of mental work a day can compound over time to take his game to new heights. He has scored every single type of goal in his mind hundreds of times before, and that means he's actually being able to score them in real life when the moment arises, because all of these instances already feel familiar to him. There is no uncertainty in the fear that can come when a good opportunity presents itself. Instead, he just executes because he already knows how the script needs to play out. So make time for your mental game. 10 to 15 minutes is enough. There's no excuses. And next up, let's chat about lie 3. So imagine it's Thursday afternoon, and just like any other weekend, you have a game on Sunday. And one of your teammates messages you, "Who are we playing at the weekend?" You then suddenly realize you don't know, but also you don't care. You never worry about who you're playing against because you think that you're better than anyone and everyone. Sunday rolls around and it turns out you're playing the best team in the league. And you get absolutely killed and make zero impact on the game. You've fallen victim to lie 3. I don't need to worry about my competition. The higher you climb in pretty much every sport, you'll find it mirrors a high-stakes chess match. But most athletes fail to appreciate this. They underestimate the importance of their opponent's moves. If you don't worry about your competition, then it leaves you without a game plan, vulnerable to your opponent's moves, and ultimately defeat. Consider the 2004 NBA Finals, where the Detroit Pistons, known for their defensive prowess and strategic play, defeated the star-studded Los Angeles Lakers. The Pistons didn't have the same individual talent as the Lakers, but their cohesive team strategy outmatched their opponents. Or think, how many times has Jose Mourinho mastered the perfect game plan to frustrate superior opponents in crucial cup ties and finals? The most famous being how he masterminded Inter Milan's unbelievable Champions League victory in 2010, which included beating arguably the greatest team in club history, Pep Guardiola's Barcelona, in the semi-finals. In sports, just like in chess, victory belongs to those who prepare, strategize, and adapt. So the next time you step onto the field or court, please remember that your opponent is your greatest challenge, but also your greatest opportunity. Study their moves, anticipate their strategy, and play the game with a masterful plan. Of course, you still want to back yourself and your abilities, but at the highest level where the margins between victory and defeat are razor thin, those who conquer are almost always those with the better game plan, not only in how they can win, but rather how they can beat their opposition. So for the next lesson, I want you to imagine you're embarking upon one of the greatest feats that hundreds of people attempt each year: climbing Mount Everest, the tallest mountain on Earth. Climbing Mount Everest is not a sprint. It's a marathon that typically takes climbers 50 to 60 days to complete. And here's the crucial insight. Rest is not just a pause in the journey, it's the very essence of progress. On Everest, the air is thin, and the body struggles to acclimate to the extreme conditions. Without the oxygen it normally has at lower elevations, the body is much slower to recover. This means that climbers must take care to get proper rest and also make sure that they're recovering fully after each day of climbing. If they don't, there is a real risk of death. Reaching the top can wait a few more days. Recovery has to be the priority, because every year, on average, 4 people die during this venture. And a lot of athletes end up killing their careers off by telling themselves the lie, I don't need rest, I can push through. Rest isn't just about physical recovery, it's also about mental rejuvenation. It's about giving your mind the opportunity to recharge, refocus, and reset. Just as climbers rely on rest to conquer Everest, athletes must also prioritize rest in order to conquer their own Everest of challenges. Athletes who prioritize rest experience improved focus, motivation, and overall well-being. In contrast, it's also been shown that a lack of rest can have detrimental effects on athletic performance. Sleep deprivation, for example, impairs cognitive function, reaction time, and decision-making abilities. And overtraining without adequate rest increases the risk of injury, illness, and mental fatigue. Resting is not actually that easy for athletes because it goes against their competitive nature and feels counterproductive. But the truth is, you have to pause in order to accelerate and propel your career forward. And so now, let us talk about our final lie. Every athlete, of course, wants to succeed. It's the main reason that athletes keep grinding for years on end. And success in sport is a euphoric moment, a culmination of all your hard work, dedication, and talent. But within the glow of victory lies a deceptive belief that can lead even the most accomplished athletes astray. Once you win or succeed, it's often the case that you think you've found a winning formula. You've unlocked the secret that will lead you to victory after victory. But in believing this, you end up telling yourself the lie, my current success guarantees future success. The truth is, success transforms you from the chaser to the chased. It's a shift in perspective that requires a complete recalibration of mindset and approach. No longer are you striving to climb the mountain, you're now tasked with staying atop it. Sports are in a constant state of flux. What worked last season may not work this season. Winning strategies become obsolete, tactics evolve, and new contenders emerge. Success today does in no way at all guarantee success tomorrow. Success often breeds complacency, a dangerous complacency that blinds athletes to the hunger, the drive, and the relentless pursuit of improvement that fueled their rise to the top. Just think about how many one season or one-hit wonders there are. Countless athletes and teams get one whiff of success and think that that smell will be around forever. But that's not how sport works. You must remember that success is not a destination, it's a journey filled with obstacles, setbacks, and unexpected twists. So stay humble, stay hungry, and never rest on your laurels. Avoiding these lies in your future will help you finally build an elite mentality. And to help you with this, you should watch this video next.